Welcome to this 15-minute daily yoga routine that is perfect for anyone who is relatively new to yoga and who would like to establish a routine to get into yoga. Let's start in an easy cross-legged seat, rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then all the way down the spine. And then bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder, finding a gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. And then dropping the chin to the chest and rolling the head over to the left. And right away continuing the movement, drop your head back and to the right again. So drawing circles into the neck here, feeling all the sensations, maybe some cracks, some tightness. And the next time that the left ear is on top of the left shoulder, stay there for a moment, feeling the stretch. And let's reverse the direction, so moving the opposite way now. Continuing with our neck circles, staying fully present with anything you can feel in your neck. And then gently bringing the head back to center. I'll just move so you can see a bit better. We're going to extend the arms wide now and then flip your palms up, so palms facing up towards the ceiling, and with the exhale rotate your shoulders forward, the palms back. Inhale to flip the palms up and exhale to rotate back. So warming up a little bit into our shoulder sockets here. And release, bring your palms down to come into a tabletop position with hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's do some cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly and look up for cow pose. Exhale, bring your chin to the chest and round your spine for cat. Inhale to drop the belly, arching the spine, look up. And exhale to round, press your palms into the mat. And one more round. Inhale to arch the spine and exhale to round, chin to the chest. Let's one more time come into our cow pose, so tilt the sit bones up. And from here, let's walk the palms towards the front of the mat, bringing either the forehead down or chin and chest for puppy's pose. And we want to have the hips either on top of the knees or a bit forward, so make sure they're not back by the heels, but that they're shifted forward, so we create more space to bring the chest closer towards the mat, stretching deeply into the upper spine, the shoulders, the neck. This is one of the most important poses to counteract all the rounding that we're doing through our day by sitting in front of the computer or on the phone or driving. So it's a really effective pose to work on our posture. Let's take one more inhale in here. And with the exhale, pressing into the palms to come back onto all fours, keeping the hands a bit further than the shoulders, and then tuck your toes and lift your hips up for our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Starting with some movement here, so pedaling out the feet, bending the knees, moving the hips from side to side, just ease into the hamstrings, into the back sides of the legs. You can try here also with bringing a deep bend into your knees, bringing the stomach to the thighs and then straightening the legs again. But you can also keep the bend in your knees. So if you have very tight hamstrings, it's totally fine to maintain bent knees because we want to prioritize length in the spine. Now let's bring the gaze between the hands and start to tiptoe our way to the front of the mat. Bringing the feet hip distance apart and then bending the knees deeply, grabbing opposite elbows and rocking from side to side in our ragdoll. And now let go of your elbows and start to roll up your spine vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting all the way up, rolling the shoulders up and back when you arrive at the top. And then let's reach the arms up above the head, high mountain, palms to touch. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees, head down. Inhale, find a halfway lift, bringing your hands onto the shins or all the way up to the thighs. Or if you have open hamstrings, you can also keep the fingertips in the mat. But we don't want to have any rounding in the spine here, so keep the spine nice and long. Inhaling in. Exhale to fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhaling, folding forward. You can bend your knees. Last time, inhale for our halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Bring your palms into the mat and then step the right foot back and then the left, coming into a high plank, making sure the palms are directly underneath the shoulders. We're high on the tiptoes and try to minimize any arching in the spine. And now let's shift the shoulders a bit over the fingertips and then lowering all the way down into the mat. So coming flat down onto the belly. Untuck your toes, bring your hands underneath the shoulders, and from here let's peel the chest off the mat, lifting the head up for our baby cobra, tops of the feet pressing into the mat, maybe hovering the palms off the mat to really activate our spinal strength. Inhaling in here, and exhale, release, press into your palms and lift the hips back up for our downward facing dog. And from here, with the next inhale, let's lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee into your chest and then step the right foot between your palms. Lower the left knee down into the mat. And if you feel any pain in the knee, you can double up your mat, making sure right ankle is underneath the right knee. Reach your arms up high for Anjaneyasana. Soften your shoulders down, strong through the arms. Staying for 2 rounds of breath. Inhaling in, exhaling out. 1 more breath in. With the exhale, shift your hips back into a half split, half Hanumanasana. So we're straightening the right leg, making sure the left knee is underneath the left hip and that we're not rounding in the spine. So we don't want to bring the head towards the shin. We want to keep length in the spine and think of bringing the chest towards the shin. Now let's take 1 more breath in here. And with the exhale, rebending the right knee, lifting the left knee up and then pressing into the palms to step the right foot back into our high plank. And from here we're going to lower all the way down onto the belly. So come down flat into the mat, untuck your toes, and we're setting up for locust shalabhasana, interlacing the palms behind the spine, and then lift your arms away from your body, lift your chest up, head up, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat so the feet stay grounded, chest is lifting up. 1 more breath in, maybe lifting a little higher. And exhale to release. Press into your palms to lift the hips back up, returning to our downward facing dog. So hips up high. And with the next inhale, we're lifting the left leg up for our 3-legged dog. Bring your gaze between the hands and step the left foot between the palms, lowering the right knee down, untuck the right toes. Again, option here to double up the mat if there's any pain in the knee. And then reach your arms up, finding our Anjaneyasana, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Let's stay for 1 more round of breath. Deep inhale in. And with the exhale, shifting the hips back, bring your fingertips down into the mat to come into our half Hanumanasana, half split, straightening the left leg, flexing the left toes, avoiding any rounding in the spine. So instead of going really deep here, try to stay a bit more lifted, but keeping the length in the spine. So long spine. 1 more deep inhale. And with the exhale, rebending the left knee, plant your palms, lift the right knee up, and then step the left foot back into our high plank. And from here, let's lower all the way down again into the mat. So bring your whole body down, interlacing the palms behind the spine. Locust number 2, lift your head and chest up. And this time, if it's okay in your lower spine, also lifting the feet up. So floating the legs up, chest is lifted, arms are reaching up and away from the spine. One more breath in, stay with it. And exhale to release. Press into your palms to lift the hips back up, downward facing dog. And from here, let's bring the gaze between the hands and either step or hop through, coming onto the sit bones. So in any way you like, coming to sit down and extending the legs long in front, removing any fleshy bits from underneath the sit bones. And with the next inhale, reach your arms up, finding length in the spine. And exhale, folding over the legs, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. You can keep a bend in your knees here, so the legs don't have to be straight. I really like to find that stomach to thigh connection, melting my upper body onto the legs, maybe holding onto the big toes. And over time, we'll be able to straighten the legs more and more, especially if you keep practicing this video every other day or several times a week. Now let's rise back up, extending the arms long in front, rounding the spine like a C curve and starting to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, pausing for a breath. And exhale all the way down into the mat. Bend your left knee and then bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh, flexing the right foot and interlacing the hands behind the left thigh for our figure 4 shape, stretching into the outer right hip. Maybe rocking gently from side to side, keeping the right foot flexed to protect the knee. And then letting go of the left thigh and interlacing the right leg fully around the left, maybe even interlacing the feet. Extend your arms into a capital T shape and then let the knees drop to the left. Gaze goes over the right fingertips for a spinal twist. Trying to ground the right shoulder down into the mat. And then slowly lifting the legs back up to center, and let's switch sides and bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh, flexing the left foot and then interlacing the hands behind the right leg, drawing the knee towards the chest and stretching into that outer left hip. Maybe gently swaying from side to side. And from here we're gonna let go of the right thigh and wrap the left leg fully around the right leg, maybe even interlacing the feet. Bring your arms into a capital T shape and then drop the legs to the right and bring your gaze over the left fingertips, grounding the left shoulder down into the mat. Soften your face. And then slowly lifting the legs back up to center. Unravel the legs and hug behind your thighs, starting to rock forwards and backwards along the length of your spine until we come all the way up to balance in our Navasana boat pose. So balancing on the sit bones, you can either hold onto your thighs with your hands, or if you're already a bit more advanced, you can reach your arms long in front. And let's hold it here for 3 rounds of breath. Full breath in, full breath out. 2 more like that. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Last inhale. And with the next exhale, releasing the feet down. And now bring the soles of the feet to touch, holding onto your feet and bringing the heels about in one line with the knees. And let's open the feet like a book and find a long spine leaning forward. I'll actually just show you from the side. So with the inhale, finding length in the spine. And with the exhale, leaning forward as far as we can go with that long spine. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, leaning forward. One more time like that. Inhale for length. And with the exhale to fold, maybe staying folded, but really the depth is not important here. So if you feel like your spine is rounded, then I'd rather want you to stay lifted up and focus on the length in your spine. Let's take one more breath wherever you are. Full exhale out, lifting up. And just crossing your ankles. We are done with our 15-minute session. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. I send you lots of love. Thank you for practicing with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you stick with your practice. Because you will see my new videos and you'll get reminded to practice. And you can also activate the notification button so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you have questions, leave them in the comments or write me on Instagram, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!